I want to take you through how to use the light painting action and how to install it in Photoshop. So when you find the link here, you may need to right click and save target as if clicking on it doesn't work. So it really depends on your browser, and if it doesn't work, it takes you to a new page. Just right click, it will save it as an ATN file. So save that and then open the folder and double click that. It will load up in Photoshop and it will show up in your Actions panel. If you don't have an Actions panel there, what you need to do is go to Windows and Actions and make sure that you're showing it up. I just installed it again, so it's showing up twice for me, but here it is. I click on Light Painting and I've got my image already loaded up. I've got my lion and I've got my background. You can use this with any sort of file. It can be a completely flat file, it can be a layered file, but all you need to do is hit play, and what it says here is paint anywhere on the layer using the brush of your choice to add light. Change the color to change the light tone. Now, some people have been asking about the brushes. You can purchase the light brushes from my store, and this will actually give you a good selection of other types of brushes, which I'll just show you now. If you purchase the brush set with the lights, you get a whole lot of light rays and different things that you can use. Here is one that I really love. So you can actually just direct that and click on it and it will create light rays. Might be a bit easier for me to click it here and show you. So depending on where you tap depends on how bright or how dark the light rays will actually show up. So what we want to do here is just start with a soft brush. So a lot of what you'll be doing may just be with a standard soft brush, 0% hardness. And I'm just going to first of all just paint around the line here and add the light where it would be shining from these light rays here onto the lion. So I'm dabbing with the pen, or you can use a mouse if you don't have a pen, and dabbing and adding extra light there. Now you can actually clip this to your layers as well. So I've got the line underneath. If I clip that, create clipping mask, it will just affect the lion there. But I'm just wanting to really show you this in a simple manner. So if you don't know how to clip and you're just painting it on, just dab wherever you want that extra light to be. Now you can change the color tone as well. You'll notice that this scene has a lot of blues in it. So if we change our color here to more of the blue tone, now I can actually grab it from over here, maybe that light blue sort of tone there. Press OK and get some of that light reflecting onto our lion over here. So it's bouncing up off the bottom there and bouncing up onto the lion, maybe some extra light kind of shining onto different parts of the building if we wanted it to as well. So you can see it's really great at just picking out the colors behind, and it'll paint that color and the light bits will become even lighter. The darker bits won't show up as much light, and that's what happens when you have shadows. The shadowed areas are not going to show up that light. We might want some extra light in the reflections there, so we can even paint that into the reflections there. If you wanted it to go back to that warmer color, we can go back over here, pick a color that works. Automatically it's loaded up with the warm color because that's going to be pretty much your standard sort of brush that you use is the warmer color light, but if you do have a bluer scene, then you might change it to that. So you can paint some of that color into your scene there to create more of the orange kind of reflections and really bring it up. So your scene will be very different to mine, how it looks, how you finish it up, how much light you paint on it. But this is the principle of the brush, and the action is that you can add light and it will be pulling out the colors and the tones that it needs to and putting that light on the places that it needs to. So those bright areas will become brighter. If you want to double that up and create another layer, maybe pull the opacity of one down and do it again, you can do that. Just press play again, press continue, then you've got 2 of those layers. Let's pull the opacity down. You can even pull it up too. So standard, it comes actually at 83%. So you may want to pull that right up and make it very bright, or just pull it down so it's not as obvious, and go with another layer and just add to that light as you feel you need to. So that is pretty much the principle of painting with light and painting the light onto it, finding where the light would be, you know, and just really playing with the colors and the tones in your scene to make it pop. So if we have a look at before, I'll group these layers together and just turn that off. That's before, and that's with the lights turned on. So before and after. That's basically how you use the light painting action. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, make comments, and please share this light painting action with your friends.